Hello and welcome to Homeschool Together Reviews. Thank you for joining us. If you have a chance, head down into the show notes below, hit subscribe, hit the like button, and get more of these reviews into your YouTube inbox. Today I'm reviewing not a curriculum, but a game, because we know as game schoolers that games can be just as illuminating and educational as curriculum and manipulatives and things of that nature. Today we're talking about one of my favorite games that I've played with both of my daughters thousands of times, and I have lost a lot. That is the game of Silver and Gold. What I love about this game is it's known as a flip and write game. So you're flipping cards and writing on the cards. Writing on the cards, yes, you are writing on the cards. There are erasable grease pens in here that are used to write on the cards, and just go ahead and scribble that off when the game is over. Great for 2 to 4 players. And it takes about 20 minutes to play. They say 8+, but I tell you what, I have been playing this with my when my youngest was 3, just about close to 4, all the way till now she's 5. And she beats me pretty much half the time. I love this game. Let's go ahead and hop into it and show you why this game can help you in your homeschool. All right, I've gone ahead and I've set up the game. It comes in a simple little box, about this large, and you have the cards and you have the holder for the pen. So I've set it up in the 2-player mode, but you get additional 2 scoring cards that get you up to the 4 players. But right now I have it set up in a 2-player mode. So what you are doing is you're being dealt a certain number of cards to play in your hand. And so this is we'll say this is player 1 over here. That's their scoring card. This is player 1's cards that they are trying to fill out. This is player 2, and they have their cards here as well. You have the future cards, so once you've completed one of your cards, you'll be able to draw from the available cards that are on the deck. We have the game controller up on the top, which is keeping the number of rounds that we will play, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end of the 4th round, the game will be over. It also shows you the available shapes, and we'll get into that, but it shows you the available shapes that are available on these cards right here, and we'll show you what that is. Additionally, we have awards. Those are awards given to individuals who complete the gold tokens here on their card. You'll be able to take those rewards and be able to write those on, and we'll show you exactly how this works. Once these cards are out, if you draw a new card, you draw a new card from the remaining deck, and you can see here there are a good 50 or so, 50, 60 cards for you to play from. So the goal of this game is to fill out your cards. Simple, straightforward. And on your cards, you have various icons. You see here we have X's, we have a gold coin, a palm tree, an X, we have 2 X's. Sometimes we have some additional bonuses, and we'll talk briefly about what those mean. But here in this game, very simply, and this is why I love playing this game, you get these Tetris shapes. And so you get to fill in your cards. So for example, we always call this the angle piece. We go ahead and we get to fill this into our card, and you get to rotate it, flip it, turn it, spin it, however you can make it fit onto your card. You go ahead and make that shape. So I'll do this as an example, and I've got one pen here, and I'll go ahead and cross off the shape in that shape. So in that case, I made that shape. In this one here, I will go ahead and do, let's say, the gold piece and include the palm tree. Now, since I've completed this on player 1, since I've completed that gold coin, I'll come up here and cross off my gold coin there. In this case, this player 2 was able to complete a gold coin, but also this really cool thing with the palm trees. And how palm trees are scored is you count your palm tree, 1, and then you go up to the future available cards and you count up all the palm trees. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then here on your card you will write 3. I love this because it encourages young learners to be writing their numbers, and we have a lot of reference numbers spread throughout the game for them to be able to use as those references, especially when they're first starting to learn how to write their numbers. They always like to see references that they can copy from. So now that we've completed that card, we flip to the next one. Straight piece. That's what we call that, a straight piece. And so you're sitting there trying to game plan, strategize how you're going to fill in your cards and use in the most optimal manner. So let's go ahead and say over here, this person, player 1, goes here, here, and here. Now I've crossed off an X. That means I get to place another square anywhere across my board, across my card. So I can place it over here. I can also place it over here. But in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and cross off that final run. Now over here, I got kind of a little bit of a conundrum. I'm gonna go and play it on the other card. You don't have to play it on one card, you can play it on either card that you want. So I went ahead and did that, and I get an extra one, and I'm gonna go ahead and just say on this other card, I'm gonna give myself an extra box. And so then we continue to play, and so let's just keep playing. So here, it's a great play here. So we have a palm tree has been scored, 1, 2, 3. So the player will put the 3 right there and score on their card. Over here, we need to do an angle piece. So we'll go here, which gives me an extra piece, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it over here and fill in that little gap there. So we'll play another one, square. Ooh, I can't play a square here. I can play a square over here. Here and here, and then over here, let's see where can I play a square. That's a good square play. Gives me an extra play there. So let's go ahead and do another one. We call this the T piece. I can go ahead and just place that right there. This player comes in and goes, oh no, you can't play that shape. That's okay. You get to play one single piece, little square anywhere on either cards. So strategically, I'm going to take the X, which gives me an extra one, and I get to score that one. We're getting close to the end of the round. We have a 2 piece, as we like to call it. So on this card, I'm going to click off on the X here, which gives me an extra one, which means I've scored a piece there, and I've also scored one there. Typically in the game, there's like a first person. Whoever is the first person in that round. So every round we kind of have like a say, okay, you're the first person here. Now in the next round, you'll be the first person. So if you guys finish a card at the same time, first person gets to choose their new card. So you put this into kind of like your storage area because you just earned 12 points. This person has earned 12 points. So let's say you're going for golds here, and then comes up and say this person says, I'm just going to go for 14. That's a real nice high card. And I'll go ahead and continue playing there. Now, the way the round ends is once we get to the last card, now we have triggered the end of the round. So go ahead and play that. Let's say this player plays this one, gets the extra one, and gets a gold coin. They go ahead and complete that. Same thing over here. Let's say they do a straight line, gets them an extra piece, which also gives them an extra piece, and they go and play it over there. Now you don't actually play this card. That's the end of the round. So what we do is we come in here and hit the X, and we go ahead and put these together. And now we're gonna go ahead and shuffle them up real quick. And that would be the end of round. Then you go ahead and do it again. You select all the cards into the last one. That last one doesn't get selected. And that would be the end of the round. You do that 4 times. You count up all your points and score your points. So here in a lot of cases, let's imagine this person got 2 more gold pieces. Because they've completed that row, they get to come up here to the 6, claim that 6. We cross off that 6 there. Let's say then this person gets another one. Okay, great. They get to take the 5. And again, more handwriting, more exacting X's, nice motor skills with the fingers. I love that for these early learners. So easy to play. It's easy to guide a child who's under 8, maybe 5 or 6 or 4 even, on what they should do. Oh, maybe you should play the X's there. Okay, daddy. And they get to play. And then if you get enough hands and you play this enough, all of a sudden they start coming up with their own strategy. And that is the game. It's so simple. And at the very end, you tally up all your points. So let's say here we have 4 gold coins plus a 6 bonus. That gives me 10. I only have 1 palm tree. That gives me 3 completed cards. It's 12. Do I have any bonuses in these completed cards? So if this was a completed card, I would get 1 additional point for every completed green card. And here's another example here. This is 1 point for every completed gray card. This is a really good one here because if you do complete the 14s, you get 2 bonuses for every single bonus card. So if I had these 2 done and I had this one completed, I would get an extra 4 points. So 2 points for this one, 2 points for that one. And you go ahead and total that up. Let's say it's 0. And now here's a great thing for that kind of like 2nd grade math student. Doing this type of adding is great. So, okay, what was the total score? Well, we have 10 plus 12 is 22, plus 3 is 25. And they go ahead and write those numbers. Again, just having fun, practicing, doing math, keeping score, writing down numbers. It's a great, great early learners game. And it also comes in such a great form factor. And the great thing also is all these cards just clean off super easy. Just get a little bit of a tissue and it comes in and you can go ahead and clean it off and be ready for the next time you play. So after a little bit of a cleanup with the tissue, the game is put away. It's a fairly straightforward, easy game to clean up. I love this game. It's so small, so low form factor. We own multiple copies that, and you can see here from the outer edges that's been beat up and loved. I toss this in a bag. Anytime I go somewhere, I just toss it in. Sometimes we'll keep one of our editions in the car. So if we're out to eat or out to dinner, we can go ahead and play a little game with the kids. If I'm stuck somewhere and I know I got 20 or 30 minutes to kill, boom, I pull the game out. We can have 3 kids playing. I love playing this game. It has that great early writing skills, fine little motor skills with the marker, a little bit of adding skills based on how old your student is. Doing some simple addition, especially with the palm trees. Have your youngest, like 5-year-old, going, well, how many palm trees? 1, 2, 3, 4, and you get to count them up. Has so many little, like, really underrated features of this game that really add to the enjoyment of playing games while also learning and not knowing that they're learning. So if you have a chance, scour the internet, buy a couple copies of Silver and Gold, put it into somebody, that homeschool families, underneath, some, gift, or if you have to go somewhere and you need to bring a game or give it to a grandparent so they can play with the kids. This is a great gift for any time of the year. Silver and Gold.